So, Sonic Frontiers. Let's see what this is like. Well, I've immediately noticed some pop-in, which isn't great. But hey, that aside. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of pop-in going on. It's really interesting, though, an open-world Sonic. Like, oh, interesting. That was like it wasn't a Chaos Emerald, it was a gem of some sort. For a second, I thought it was a Wisp. I was like, no, don't bring them back, please. Like, I do like the Wisps, but we've had so many Wisp games recently. Oh, interesting. Okay, so there are like coins that you collect in each area, seemingly. Interesting. Yeah, it's very much inspired by Breath of the Wild. Like, I'm intrigued to see. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Like, I'm intrigued to see just what they do with this. Breath of the Wild's world is huge, and it takes a long time to traverse because it's huge and because, you know, there's so much to explore. And I'm sure there'll be a lot to explore in this game, but you move so much faster and so much freer than you do in Breath of the Wild. So how are they gonna cope with that? It's interesting. The music is stunning, though. Like, it's so beautiful. It's interesting. Like, there's so much popping, and that is a problem. Like, it is. Like, the game looks great. It looks interesting. But there's so much texture popping right now. I'm not expecting this until, like, at least, like, November, December. I wouldn't be surprised if it got delayed to next year. But I really like the idea of an open world Sonic. There's so much potential here. And it's really cool. Like, you know, like, when you play a Sonic game, you just wish you could go everywhere. And that's what this gives you. And that actually it is kind of the dream, as long as it's executed well. And it could be. It's executed so well. Like, you know, we have had many bad Sonic games in the past, but I have faith that they can pull it off. I just hope they don't rush it. Like, what I'm seeing here, it's so cool. There's things to work out still, but it's really cool. Also, yeah, this is on IGN. It's an IGN first thing. They're doing like a bunch of like showcases throughout the month, I did skip the intro purely on the basis that the intro premiere crashed for me, and it's not an internet thing. It's like, well, I mean, maybe, but my internet's like a gigabit, so that's not the problem. I do like the rain though. The rain is cool. This is really interesting. Like, I bet there's so much just lore around the world as well. Well, that's weird. Okay. Huh. Like, where are we exactly? That's, I guess, a question that we should, like, try and answer at some point. Where exactly are we? Why are there question mark stop signs everywhere? What? We gotta understand. Okay, that's kind of cool. That's pretty neat. Okay, I kind of like that. Yeah, the combat on, like, the mini gameplay trailer was really interesting. Like, there seems to be a lot that Sonic can do now. I guess it kind of is like a combination of Breath of the Wild and maybe a little bit of Mario Odyssey. And somber nature of Nier, maybe. Maybe not so dark as Nier. But I don't know, something about it gives me vibes, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I have a feeling that, like, this game is going to be a very split response, at least right now. It's people are going to either really dunk on it or really love it. And there will be a couple like me where I'm in the middle. I really like what they're doing, but they really need to fix up a bunch of things. But the thing is, those things can be fixed. Like, they just need to make sure they have the time to do it. That's their biggest issue with every Sonic game. They don't give themselves enough time. I want them to give themselves more time. So is this like a little platform puzzle? Like a little block puzzle? I'm guessing you can't step over existing spots, or... Yep, sure can't. Okay, interesting. Can you jump? Probably not, but no, yeah, probably not. There you go. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, I can get behind that. Oh. What was that? A tomato? I didn't see what it was properly. Collect the tomato. We must see. What does it do? Yeah, I like these little creatures. Yeah, I guess besides them, the world is a little barren. There's not a huge amount, like, happening here. But certainly very interesting for sure. There's a lot to really like about it. But there's also just... It is very empty. If I go back, see...
What you can expect when the game makes its way to you later down the road.
Okay,
First up,
later
we've got the world premiere gameplay focusing on exploring the mysterious island that Sonic suddenly finds himself stranded on at the start of the game. Be sure to stick with IGN throughout June so you don't miss anything. Until
Yeah, that's
then,
what I
here's
thought.
your
And then it kicks us off here. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so, yeah, it's interesting. I like the game a lot. I like what it's doing. It just does feel a bit barren right now. There's a lot of issues here and there, but it's really cool. Like, it is really cool. So, yeah, I look forward to seeing more. I look forward to seeing gameplay, I guess, nearer the time. I think what Sega needs to do to really win people over, like they've done here, and I actually really, I should say this, I really appreciate that they have just shown footage unedited. I mean, they've edited in, like, clips, but, like, it isn't just, like, 2 second scene, 2 second scene, 2 second scene. They have shown a huge exploration segment because it is important to know exactly what we're getting so far and how far along it is in production. And I like what it's doing. I think what they really need to do, though, is show like 15 minutes totally unedited, or maybe have a little demo nearer the release time, so around, let's say, October if it comes out this year, would be good, so we, as fans and as players, know exactly what we're getting into, exactly where the state of the game is. Because, yeah, I think, like, the pop-in will bug people, I think. I don't remember Breath of the Wild doing stuff like that. And I'm only comparing it to Breath of the Wild because that's the most obvious comparison. That's clearly what they're trying to do. They're trying to go for that kind of vibe. But I do like that it's got, like, the mini-puzzles of Breath of the Wild, but the mini-puzzles of Odyssey. It feels more Odyssey than it does Breath of the Wild. In the sense that, you know, Odyssey had, let's say, 30 plus moons per area, and, you know, they were just mini challenges. Some were super easy, some were tough, and it was just fun. This sort of feels like that. It feels like I'm just going around doing mini challenges, and I'm discovering. And I've actually said, like, the new LEGO Star Wars game feels very much like Odyssey. Once you've unlocked all the worlds and you're doing free play exploring, it's basically LEGO Mario Odyssey. You're just doing mini challenges here and there. And that's kind of what this is. And I like what this is doing, for sure. But yeah, it is fascinating. It's interesting it's taken this long to get Mario Odyssey-esque clones, I guess. But that is what it feels like. But I guess we'll end it here. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. And I look forward to seeing more Sonic Frontiers in the future. It's got a lot of potential, and I hope it just gets better and better each time we see it. So, I'll see you then.